Alright geeks, you know the drill. This Computex Taipei 2016 coverage was made possible by Kyoto Technologies, Corsair, Lucro PC and Tech Armory. Show them some love by clicking on the links below.
Alright, so what we have right here now is our mass production unit version of the Bulldog. As you can see from last year, it's changed quite a bit. It's no longer a massive block of brushed aluminum. We've reduced the feet by quite a bit because they did look, it had a very polarizing response to it. So we still kept with the aluminum feet, so we wanted to give it to you guys for that. It's a powdered black finish on them, but they're much smaller, so it doesn't stick out kind of like a head crab. So what we have right here is to show that yes, it is great for VR gaming, right? Your HTC Vive in particular requires a specific amount of space for it to be used. So we show that Vive is best played in your living room unless you want to be walking into your office chair and hurt yourself. Nobody wants that. But it's to show that yes, we are VR compatible, especially with the HTC Vive. And we just move this right over here. Let's get into the meat of our Bulldog right here. Right, so what we have here is a matte black finish all around with an LED, power LED on top. Right. We also have a piano black glossy finish for the front plate, so at least, you know, it may not look as gamerish. The shape, the asymmetrical design is a little bit gamery, but we've tried to tone it down a bit from last year's reception, from the red and black.
It's gonna look more suitable for the living room.
Yes, the idea is that if you have a black cabinet or anything, it'll blend right in a little. So we have a H5SF liquid cooler, low profile liquid cooler. Its design was to, as any lower end ITX motherboard does not have VRM heatsinks, it allows to create enough airflow to suck the heat from the top and pass it through the back. So, you know,
it's separated from the other components.
Yes, so it doesn't bleed over into that heat. Not that it bleeds too much heat, but it does create a nice airflow for your motherboard, right? To make it remain relatively cool. So we still have 92 millimeters intakes fans from the front here and the side. One dedicated for CPU, one dedicated for your GPU. Right? We have a single slot tray for your SSD and a 3.5 drive. Your choice is also able to go by a 3. We include a attachment for 3 SSD array if you desire that, but the default will be 1 SSD and 1 main hard drive. But it is included in the package if you desire 3 SSDs instead. The hard drive tray also serves as a support bracket for the internal structure of the unit. Here we have our Hydro GFX liquid-cooled 980 Ti overclocked graphics card. So we have a dedicated 120mm for liquid-cooled graphics. If you desire, you don't want to use the H5SF, you can still use a Hydro H60, an H60 liquid cooler or H55, whatever 120mm radiator liquid cooler you desire can be used. It's exhausting at the bottom right here. So over here, and set into. We have our SF600 600 watt SF power supply. It's our first ITX mini form factor power supply. 80 plus gold. So all the good bits. 600 watts, plenty enough to run any single graphics card. I hope he's not recording.
It is.
Oh god. Perfect.
Alright geeks, you know the drill. This Computex Taipei 2016 coverage was made possible by Kyoto Technologies, Corsair, Lucro PC and Tech Armory. Show them some love by clicking on the links below.